Hey guys, and welcome to the Hobby News. So today I thought we'd, move away from the good old Warhams and take a look at some other stuff that's out there in the hobby world. And so I thought we'd take a look at Creature Caster. So if you don't know who Creature Caster is, I suggest you look them up. They've been doing models now for quite a while. They do really beautiful, well known for their large scale demon models. Everything's cast in resin generally that they do, and they just have a really cool range of models, as you can see here flickering past. They do all kinds of really cool stuff, and even now I think through Kickstarter they've just done a basically, I think their first kind of tabletop game, which is kind of like a blend of tabletop and board game kind of thing. And it's, really cool. So, if you haven't been outside of the Warhammer sort of stuff before, and, this might be the first time you're seeing Creature Caster, go ahead and check them out because they're really cool. We're going to be having a look at a couple of their new things that they've released recently, and I think are really cool, as you can see flickering past here. But just to show you, if we come down, so they've got a whole range of demon stuff. Basically, they're well known for sort of doing, I guess, alternatives to the Chaos Gods. So they have their own kind of, I guess, inspired demonic factions which are very closely similar to Nurgle, Khorne, Slanesh, Tzeentch, and they have like a whole range of large scale to human sized sculpts for those ranges, and they're very cool, very good alternatives to greater demons and that sort of thing. Most of you out there should know all that, but if you're new and you're coming across this video for the first time and you've never heard of this, then and you're getting into Warhammer and you like chaos, then these guys are definitely someone to check out because they do really nice stuff. But it is all in resin. You got to remember that it's not plastic. So they've got this Judgment game, and they're using, I think it's still in the same universe, and they've done a whole lot of like smaller scale stuff to suit, well, on more normal scales. Normally they do these really large demons, but they've done more normal miniature scales for their Judgment game. And really interesting. I think Mini Wargame did a video on them when it was on the Kickstarter. So yeah, it's a very cool game. It uses like inspired sort of RTS mechanics from computer games, things like that, but in a tabletop form. It's actually really interesting because for my own brand, Blighted Gods, which if you want to check that out is in the link in the down there, I've been slowly developing my own board game for that brand, and again, similarly inspired by RTS mechanics and that sort of thing. So it's funny how, the human race we all sort of like grab from a collection of ideas that's sort of universal, like we're all kind of drawing from similar themes. It's a really curious thing when it comes to creating stuff, but that's a little side note. But really cool stuff. So obviously their main game is all these like big demons, and they're amazing, and you should definitely go look at them. The Nurgle stuff there particularly is really cool. Well, they call it Ruin is the faction, I guess. But yeah, really beautiful stuff. So let's get on to the news. So they've released a couple of new models here. We've got a Trickster, and we've got some wolves, which are really cool. So let's start off with maybe the Trickster, because that's a really interesting concept. This little guy, so it's for their Malifica faction, which I guess I think that's kind of their Tzeentch style one, I'm pretty sure. But this is a really interesting idea. So we have a almost like a beholder, would it be, from D&D, like something along those lines, like a big floating eye with this crazy little wizard on top, which just looks so cool. All the different limbs coming out of it, and the way it's sitting, and the feet, the way they're clamped to this demon that it's riding is, what else can you say? It's just so cool. It's a very unique and whimsical idea. The little hat on top. It's awesome. So let's see what they say about it. Okay, so the Trickster are very rarely beheld in their true form. They are known for their shape-shifting abilities and their ability to spin the truth in misleading ways. A symbiotic relationship. A trickster can never be trusted, not even by themselves. Because of their constant shape-shifting and tale-telling, a trickster is incapable of retaining realistic memory. Without the very memory stores of their witness companions, the tricksters would lose themselves completely in their hazy and twisted reality. Just as the trickster relies on the witness would be nothing but a silent beast without their companion. Okay. Tricksters act as interpreters of their deep knowledge and witnesses. The witnesses of Malefica are so deeply buried in their minds that they are incapable. They're incapable of speech. They carefully observe the tricksters and then relay the important memories retained from each deceptive adventure. Okay, so there's kind of like a, yeah, that's cool. So they're, yeah, the little symbiotic relationship. That's nice. Respected but not trusted. Even though they constantly bury the truth in layers of mystique, the tricksters and witnesses of Malefica can prove to be quite useful to their faction. For few creatures of Malefica hold the memory capacity of a witness, and the tricksters of Malefica are unshakably adept at blending in with the enemy. Okay, cool. So yeah, that's really good. And so it looks like he comes on a 50mm round base, which is nice. 102mm high, so yeah, about, what's that, 10 centimeters, so, you know, relatively large, but still within scale. And so I think the Malefica look like this is more the, is this? No. Okay. So yeah, I think this is the Tzeentch one. Yeah. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, someone can correct me on that if I'm wrong, but let's take a closer look at the model because it's really cool. Really nice. So these will fit into basically any game system that you're playing, whether it's Warhammer stuff, or whether you're doing D&D or roleplay stuff or anything like that, or other board games. There's so many different uses for models like this. Just a great concept. The multi-limbs. I'm a sculptor as well. If you have a look at that Blight of God stuff, you'll see that I do my own sort of fair share of demon stuff, and I really love kind of multi-limbed creatures and that sort of thing, and playing around with that. It's a lot of fun. So there's an interesting design choice here. They've gone for a sort of what looks like their hip bone is kind of multi-jointed, so they've got a way to have the arms coming out of there, and there must be a secondary joint somewhere under the robe where the legs come out of. So a really interesting design idea. It looks almost like a ball joint so that the arms can move back and forward, and so can the legs. Really cool. And there's so much going on there, so many nice, interesting details. And obviously, the big floating eyes are really cool, reminiscent of any old school RPGs. Often love using this kind of motif. Really nice. Let's see if we get some closer looks at it. Yeah, so very cool one on its own. And it even comes with the face as well, which is nice. I think I like the whimsical little top hat a little better. I think that's really the fun one, right? But this is cool as well. And let's see if we got any other. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, nice. We'll see if the back view. There we go. So yeah, we can see the sort of. It's a pity it doesn't show the way the joints connect down here. That'd be really interesting to see how they solve that issue with having the legs. It's a very tricky thing to come up with unique anatomy like that, I can assure you. It takes a while to think about how to make it feel believable, but they've done a really good job here. The sculptor's done a great job on that for sure. And we got the little eye there. I love all the teeth around it. That's something that I love doing. I love organic shapes. Sculpting them is really, really fun. And here you can tell the sculptor's gone to town, adding all these little tiny little holes and things. The stretching through the muscle. That's always really fun to sculpt. If you ever tried doing any digital sculpting or even physical sculpting with clay, you'll know that doing this type of stuff is a lot of fun. It's really enjoyable, all those surface details. Really cool. All right, and let's see. Yep, so we get all the parts. Not bad. It's not in too many parts, although there are some small pieces, but should be relatively easy to put together. I'll see if the one that got the one where there's the scale for you. So yeah, what's that? 3.5 inches in total height, but it's very much on a normal scale. You can see like a normal mini there. Does it do the one where they're? No, it doesn't show the one where they're on top of the eye. Let's go back and take a look. Okay, we'll see this one here. Here we go. Okay, so there's the one on top. So this is really cool. So I think I like this one the best when it's sitting on top of the eye. I like the way the feet are kind of almost pressing onto that eyeball there. It's very interesting the way it's almost blocking the view of this witness here. So yeah, really cool. So yeah, that's that one. And now let's take a look at the wolves, eh? So with the wolves, we've got I'm not sure whether this is designed for their game or not, but it seems to be a collaboration they've done. And but there's so much you could use with these wolves, right? So let's see what they say about it. So the alpha, both in power and origin, the wolf was the first to feel the pain, the hunger, and the agony of the change. He was helpless in the face of his judgment, but no more. With his power and the strength of 10 men, only he can command his army of I can't even say that word, tearing over even the largest of men. His thirst for blood is everlasting. His faithful pack dare not challenge him, lest they meet the same fate as the countless foolish warriors who have sought the glory of his severed head. The wolf alone is forever the alpha, forever a beast. Yeah, okay, cool. So this must be for their judgment game. So yeah, pretty cool. Let's take a look at the model and see what it's like. Yeah, really nice sculpture. Again, these guys just do, really cool concepts, and their sculptors that they have that do these models for them always come up with something interesting. You can really see the love and attention that they've gone to just add all that extra detail into the body and play around with all those organic shapes. Again, I love that stuff. So this is a real treat to just to have a look through it and see all the little moments of fun things that the sculptor's done, all the little separations of sinew in the forearms there, the veins and so on. They're all really great to paint, always awesome. Look, all the chains, the movement in the body. That's just one of those things that you can do when you're a smaller producer. You're not in the big category like Games Workshop. You can always get away with lots of other unique ideas and fun things that sculptors can come up with that don't necessarily have to be into a certain, I guess, set of parameters. You can be a bit more free, and here we're seeing a really interesting concept. All the blades in the back and so on. Not a werewolf you would normally see from a larger company, right? So yeah, really really nice. Not too many parts, so that's good. It's the silhouette's really good. It feels nice. You could actually do some really nice demon conversions from this, I feel, if you really wanted to, or maybe even a space wolf conversion. That'd be really nice, like a wolfen or something. That'd be a really really cool idea. Let's see if they've got any more. No, that looks like it. So yeah, look, I mean, it's great, right? They've gone as hard out as they can for a werewolf. It's difficult to come up with, I guess, different ideas for them, but this is a very classic theme, but with just that little bit of difference there in the way that they've chosen to portray him. So that's basically what I wanted to show. Creature Cast are out there, and they're a great company, and they do beautiful stuff. Myself, I really want to dig into some of these Ruin ones, the Nurgle ones. They're really cool. We'll just take a quick look at this since we're here and I'm waffling on, just to give you an idea of what they have. So yeah, this is like super cool. So we've got here this, I guess, almost female greater demon of Nurgle, like just with the big mouth and the tongue and the way it's draped over the arm, and all the little children that are falling out, which are sort of like almost like Nurglings but more humanoid. It's a really really cool idea. And the sculptor that I'm pretty sure that did this one, he or she, I don't know, is on Instagram. Can't remember the name now, but if you have a look around, on Instagram and look up different sculptors, you'll see, I think it's S.H. Shmud, or I don't know what the name is. It's something starting with S. But anyway, that sculptor, I follow him on Instagram. He's done a lot of their sculpts, and I think this is one of his that he's sculpted, or her. And has a great style, like a lot of detail. If you see the digital sculpt without the paint and so on, there's tons of little details that definitely come out in the cast as well, as you can see. But really really cool. So yeah, we'll leave you with this one here, as obviously this is the best Chaos Power. Hope you've enjoyed this. Sorry for all the waffling. If you have, please hit that like button, subscribe button. It really helps me out. And I guess I'll catch you on the next one.